Taking my time to play the beat, and I still got love for the streets. I'm representing for the gangsters all across the world. Hitting the corners in the love world. Taking my time to play the beat, and I still got love for the streets. I'm representing for the gangsters all across the world. Hitting the corners in the love world. Taking my time to perfect the beat, and I still got love for the streets. I'm representing for the gangsters all across the world. Hitting the corners in the love world. Taking my time to perfect the beat, and I still got love for the streets. And I still got love for the streets.
Isn't Hoppy super cute? Good evening, everyone. I am Leslie Mota. Welcome to the nightly recap, powered by Gokhshtein News Network, sponsored by Hoppy. And this is your trusted source for politics, crypto, and everything in between that makes you question reality. And like I like to say, my sanity, all of our sanity. So here's another short and sweet one for you all, requested by David, who has a bit of a thing for that kind of stuff, if you know what I mean. I still remember when I first joined G Media and caught David sneaking off at night dressed as an Oompa Loompa. I don't know if I'll ever see him the same after witnessing that. But, anyways, back to tonight's recap. How the heck are you all doing? With all the news, everything that's happening right now. Wait. My sound system, did you guys hear it? It's one of them nice. It's one of them. Jesus. I can't even speak today. I don't even know what the hell I'm saying. It's one of them evenings, right? Rate hold. The Federal Reserve keeps interest rates unchanged, holding steady at 4.25% to 4.5%. Jerome Powell said the economy remains solid. I think at this point, Jerome Powell is just trolling Trump, trolling America, just trolling everybody. And I don't think that he is going to do a rate cut anytime soon. He probably may do a rate cut when he is out the door, but anytime soon, I don't think so. What do you guys think? What does the chat think? Maybe not. Stablecoin advantage. Treasury Secretary Bessent said crypto isn't a threat and stablecoins could strengthen the dollar, an opportunity governments have long overlooked. I have my own conspiracy theories about stable coins. I mean, at this point, I don't know. I think they're going to take over the world. They're going to take over everything and they're going to continue to dominate Americans and everybody else. Intern, yes, the glow, because the glow, I'm by myself and I have nobody online pestering me today. Not David, not anybody. USDC collateral. Coinbase will allow USDC stablecoin to be used as collateral. Do you guys think that's bullish news? Is that exciting news? What the hell? Or do you guys think that Coinbase is going to be the first crypto bank in this space? What are your thoughts? Can you imagine? Now, I think before Bitcoin becomes the first bank in the crypto space, think that JP Morgan is rushing to be that before any other entity. Up next, Bitcoin tax break. Ohio House passes bill to exempt Bitcoin payments under 200 from taxes. What? Why only $200? I mean, do they think, you know what? Never mind. UK an alert. UK Prime Minister Starmer has placed his cabinet on alert for a potential US strike on Iran. Trump claims Iran wants to meet at the White House, but says the U.S. is far beyond a ceasefire and now seeks total victory. He believes Iran was just weeks from developing a nuclear weapon and has authorized attack plans, though he's delaying a final decision to see if Iran halts its program. Trump reportedly wants any potential strike to fully destroy Iran's nuclear capabilities. You know what? At this point, I don't even think that Trump wants peace. I think at this point, he does want to go to war. I think, in my opinion, Trump has been preparing for a war, has been preparing to take over. And if we think otherwise, then I don't know what we're thinking, but the signs have been there. It's like, look at their actions, look at what they say. And is the US going to eventually strike Iran? I don't know, but a little bit later in the show, we're going to go over some of Trump's words that came out of his mouth directly that doesn't seem like he wants peace anytime soon. Like at this point, I think the gentleman wants to go at it, the president, and there's no way, shape, or form I'm calling him King Daddy like David does. King Trump, whatever he calls him. I think if you call Trump king at this point, you're gay. Defense repositioning. The U.S. military is moving aircraft and naval assets away from bases seen as vulnerable to potential Iranian attacks. So, if you are moving, if you are sending aircraft, if you are sending naval assets, I mean, sounds to me like you were preparing for something that you're not telling us. Putin praised Trump as a savvy businessman and expressed hope for renewed US Russia ties. He noted that Iran hasn't sought military support from Russia, though he later revealed that he offered joint missile defense projects to Iran, but they declined. Bullshit. I don't even think that if Russia offered joint missile defenses projects to Iran, why in the world would they decline? And then we have reports that China possibly is sending them also military equipment silently. I don't know. I mean, at this point, I think Russia and China possibly are going to be joining forces with Iran. What are your thoughts, chat? What do you think? Craziness. This is craziness. Attack blocked. Israeli media say US defenses intercepted Iran's latest attack. So then, if we are intercepting, does that mean we are already involved? What the F is happening? What the F is going on? At this point, they just need to be transparent and honest with us. If you have been preparing for war, if you have already been running, you know, whatever the hell, and a lot of these people already knew that there's a possibility we would be going to war, why not say it already? Why not just put it out there instead of beating around the bush? Hi, my beautiful Julie. Julie, that interview you did today was freaking awesome. I didn't put it in the chat, but I was listening to it while I was doing things. So freaking love Julie. Digital future. President Trump says digital assets are the future and the US going to lead it. I mean, yeah. Landy, they're not being transparent, Landy. Fight me on that. Kidding, Landy. Genius bill. Trump said the Senate passed what he called an incredible bill that will make the U.S. the undisputed leader in digital assets, adding that no one will do it better and calling the legislation pure genius. Of course, it's pure genius. It's pure genius because it benefits most of government and these hierarchy entities. I guess, am I back or am I frozen? This is, I don't know why this always happens. Why am I frozen? Am I moving? Because on my end, I'm frozen. I don't know. Can you guys see me? Because on my end, I look completely frozen. So this is chaos. What the? Why does this always happen to me? This is, you know what? Why does this happen when the government? But you know what? Okay, we'll just pretend we're in spaces, right, guys? So at least you guys see my picture up there. We'll pretend we're in spaces and then I can comfortably talk and speak about what I want to speak with whatever you guys are seeing right now. President Trump said the US will show the world how to succeed before digital assets like never before. Really? How is he going to show the world how to succeed? What you need to do is show Americans how to succeed with digital assets when you drop your meme coins, Trump, and more than Americans did not succeed. Are you going to show the rest of the world how to succeed? I'm sorry, but I have no idea why. So like, my whole system is wonderful. Can anybody hear me? Oh, Jesus. That is so green is now black. Okie dokie. I think technology issues got to freaking it. Take it on the road. You guys hear me? Okay, fine. Here we go. What the fudge? If it's not one thing, I don't know why my screen. this whole time, Tammy, I've been talking. I feel like David when he comes on and he doesn't say, it's like he muted himself. But this has to be one of the most frustrating things for me to do. Do you see what's happening? Do you see what's happening? You know what? I'm gonna get through the news fast and then just go eat over this day because this is ridiculous. Donald Trump will show how to as our wafer. North United States against Iran. So who is Korea to see in the playground or not? I'm frozen. I still look blurred and isn't it frustrating? Thank you for everyone that's stuck with me. I wanted to play a video, but able to play that video because the internet for some reason is just very, very slow. It's on. Come on, I day. God, but this is a nightly recap powered by sponsored by Hoppy. If you ain't in Hoppy, where the F you are? Let it go. What? Shit. Here we Here we go again. This. Can you guys hear me? Why can't I hear myself? This has to be one of the most frustrating lives ever. I think the connection is working now a little bit better. I made some changes, maybe not. What do you guys think? Can you guys see and hear me now? We're not going to do a do over on the news, but I am going to play something and then I want to know your thoughts about this because I just want to know your thoughts.
Please inform us so we can be there and watch. But would you say you're
You don't know that I'm going to
closer
even
to
do it.
wanting to
You
get
don't know. I
involved?
may do it. I may not do it. I mean, nobody knows what I'm going to do. I can tell you this, that 5 miles, but much more than that, could destroy other nations just by the breeze blowing the dust. You know, that dust blows to other nations and they get decimated. This is just not a threat you can have. And we've been threatened by Iran for many years. And if you go back and look at my history, if you go back 15 years, I was saying we cannot let Iran get a nuclear weapon. I've been saying it for a long time. I mean it more now than I ever meant it. Yeah.
Mr. President,
a question on deportations, Mr. President. You said last week that changes would be coming for farmers who've seen a lot of the workers they rely on taken away. But then DHS said this week that worksite enforcement would remain in place.
Well, everybody's
so
right.
what's your message to farmers?
Everybody's right. Look, we got to get the bad people out of here.
Okay, so I think the other clip, I'm having technical difficulties today, but did you guys listen to the clip? There was one of them, or did you guys watch his speech today where he was talking about how it's too late for Iran, even if Iran came and decided to speak or wanted to come to an agreement, that he said, no, it's too late. So, can we speculate that he does want to go to war and he does want to take power? What are your thoughts? Yeah. I think that our president is not being, I you know what? I don't dislike Trump. I really don't. I don't. I like our president. I want more transparency. If you have been preparing for war, if you have been sending troops, if we're prepared, but what is the real intent? Because to me, the real intent is he wants a war. He wants to fight. And didn't he say years ago there's going to be no war under him? He doesn't want to fight, etc. But now all of a sudden you want to go to war. Now you want to fight. Now you want to send troops. Now you want to send military equipment, aircraft, Navy boats. I am looking at the socials. I think he wants war, Landy. I think he wants to take over. I think he wants to take over Iran. I think that's what he wants. I think he wants to fight, Landy. Why wouldn't he? You know, it's like when you say you don't want the fight. And if he doesn't want the fight, he did get asked the question, if Iran comes back and says that they want to have a chat and reach an agreement, and he was like, it's too late for this. I'm like, well, then why wouldn't you say yes if you don't want to fight? And he said more, not just nuclear. Landy, come fight me. Kidding. Now that my internet is good, I don't know what the F happened to it earlier, but look, he talked about negotiation, right? And then that apparently they had 60 days. And then on the 60th day or 61 day, they came back and they were like, no. And that's allegedly when Israel decided to strike because Iran backed out of the deal or the negotiations that they gave them 60 days. Landy, wow, Landy. No, I listened to what he said today, and the way that I am interpreting it is that they gave him a chance, they gave him 60 days. And on the 60th day or the 61st day, they backed out of the agreement, and then Israel, struck. And then he went on to say, I'm not going to quote, but the way that I understood is that if Iran came back to negotiate or renegotiate, it was too late. So what does that mean? I'm not saying that he directly said, "Oh, it's too late. So now we're going to go fight and we're going to go to war." What he's saying, it was just too late for that negotiation. So what the hell does that mean? What does that mean? He wants to beat somebody up. He does not want to play with them in the playground anymore, right? No, and I know that he said that we're prepared, but have you been preparing prior? Like, why have you been preparing? Did they anticipate that this was already going to happen? Wait, didn't we get news today that we intercepted something? Let me look at the news to see if there's any more updates. Of course, you need to be prepared. Why wouldn't you? It's like it would be crazy if you're not prepared. I just don't think that we should be out there fighting. Okay, so breaking news as of 30 minutes ago, the US is considering this weekend as a potential window for an attack on Iran. Another thing, he was asked today by the press if he planned on attacking Iran, and he stated that if he does plan to attack Iran, he's not going to say when and where and what time. Like, why would you? Which I kind of agree with that, because if you're going to attack somebody, you're not going to say when and where and how, because then they're going to be prepared and ready. You're going to attack somebody when they least expect it. Nah, David's being an ass today. But anywho, David wasn't here earlier. But what I wanted to say is that you, as a man, as a grown ass man, you do not call another man king. If you call another man King Daddy, King Trump, the way you've been calling Trump, the President Trump, then you're gay. As a grown man, don't be calling another man king. But I mean, what's to say that we're not silently preparing to attack, Landy? That's what I'm getting at. It's like, if we are going, or then I understand it from a strategic point of view. It's like you're saying, we're not going to go fight, we're not going to strike, we're not going to strike because you don't want to tell your enemies what your next move is, right? Oh, Landy, not you too, calling Trump King Trump. Por favor. What's gotten into you, gentlemen? Oh, my goodness. Anywho, this is all fun, love, banter. If we go to war, just, say a prayer for all our troops, all of the innocent people from all parties, all sides. Fighting is not a pretty thing. And it's crazy because it's grown ass men, the one that are fighting because they don't agree on something. And I also don't agree that one country should have nuclear weapons. But I mean, Iran is not the only country with a nuclear weapon. So if we're being very hostile towards them, why are other countries allowed to have nuclear weapons? So make it make sense. You're shooting one country, you're upset with one country because they have nuclear weapons. What about the rest? So then nobody should have a nuclear weapon at this point, correct? Or am I wrong to say that? What about other hostile countries that have nuclear weapons? Here, I wrote down my sheet. Let's go ahead and go. Um, would we consider? Wait, let me bring it up. I jotted this down. So Iran is hostile to everybody. Iran, I think, just wants to rule the world, wants to take over. Where's my sheet? I swear to God, I was prepared. I just had to shut everything down right now so my internet can properly work. I kind of feel right now like some of you want to punch me tonight, and that's cool. I welcome it. I welcome it. I'm almost there, guys. Okay. Countries with nukes. So the 5 countries that are recognized under the Non-Proliferation Treaty, the NPT, as nuclear weapon states are the United States, Russia, China, France, and United Kingdom. Doesn't Russia and China pose a threat to the United States of America and other countries? Now, non NPT nuclear power. So these 4 possess nuclear weapons but are not officially recognized under the NPT: India, Pakistan, North Korea, and Israel. How about that? Potential former nuclear capabilities: Iran, South Africa, Ukraine, Belarus, Kazakh- Kazakhstan, can never say that, Japan, Germany, and South Korea. Countries with active nuclear weapons: Russia with 5,889 total warheads, which is considered the largest stockpile in the world. United States with 5,244 total warheads, first to develop and use nuclear weapons, has global development through submarines, bombers, and missiles. China, 500 plus warheads and growing fast, rapidly expanding arsenal and developing hypersonic systems. Then we have France with 290 warheads, United Kingdom with 225, Pakistan with between 170 to 180, India with 160 to 170, Israel estimated about 80 to 90, and North Korea 20 to 30 estimated warheads. Okay. Let's see what else. And then I did research because we do talk about the United States of America, right? Landy, what? Oh my God. He's telling me this is not the hill I want to die on. Correct. So Iran did sign the NPT. I know that Israel didn't, Iran did. And my understanding is Iran has been violating the NPT. So I understand that and I get that. I was just going over some numbers and things like that. But has Anybody else violate it? Okay, so then I did research who has the biggest military in the world, depending how you define it, whether it's personnel size, defense budget, global power, and technology capability. So China has the largest active military personnel with 2 million, then India with 1 million 4, then the United States with 1.3 million, North Korea at 1.2, and then Russia with 1 million. By spending budget, United States comes in at 160 billion, China with 290 billion, Russia at 100 billion, India at 80 billion, and Saudi Arabia at 75. By global reach and power projection, USA comes first with global bases, carrier strike groups, nuclear triad, space and cyber domination. Then China, largest navy, regional it's Hegemony, ambitions, tech growth. Then Russia with vast nukes, regional dominance, energy leverage, UK at smaller force but elite, highly mobile, global alliances, and then France with strong military, nuclear, and then Africa footprint. So the largest by size is China, but the most powerful overall is the United States of America. So I stand corrected the other day when I think it was Hanak that was talking about it in David's space in the morning on the break, not on the breakdown. What was it? The crypto radio, and he was saying that America had the most powerful military overall in the United States, although it's not the largest. It is the most powerful, most unpredictable, North Korea, most strategic and versatile, UK, France, and Israel. And when we want to talk about tech powers, United States comes in as the technological alpha. China is the one that's rapid tech catch up. So that's why they're probably monitoring everything that we do here in the United States because they want to take over. Israel tactical. Wait, David, are you being serious? Is the US about to attack, David? Because we were just talking about this right now. I need to know if they're going to attack. Are we going to cover it? Are we going to report on it? What is happening? Can anybody get me clarification? Yes, Landy, China is still behind us on our ass, if you know what I mean. Then we have Russia with their tech surveillance with super weapons. So their strengths are hyper supersonic, avant-garde, Kinsaw electronic warfare, jamming, NATO, GPS, ICBM modernization, advanced air defense. I mean, don't we have some? No, it's never mind. Answer myself out loud. Then we have Israel coming in as a tactical tech genius. United Kingdom, France, their advanced NATO tech. India, their emerging tech power. North Korea, low tech, high threat. Why are they high threat though? Strengths: missile development, cyber hacks, financial theft, deception tech, black market innovation. But anywho, so overall, US came in as the overall powerhouse. I guess reporting now for those that can't read the comments that it seems like the US may be ready to attack if Iran doesn't come to the table. That's what's being reported. Trump is going with this is a war. It's me protecting the world from evil. This isn't a war. Just in, US officials prepare for strike on Iran in the upcoming days. Well, didn't he say by the weekend? Nobody wants this war. I don't want this war. I don't want this world, especially, if you have kids, if you have family members, troops that are overseas, that are there to protect us so we can sit on our ass here and on our couch for the men so you guys can scratch your balls and eat potato chips and watch TV, girls on the internet, so we can be here very comfortable. I don't want this war, and I know a lot of us don't want this war, so prayers to our troops, the innocent, the people that are caught in the middle. So, yeah, guys. Landy, I didn't talk to you today, but I think you wanted to fight me, Landy, because you came in strong in the comments, Landy. I don't know what was up with you today, Landy. What was happening? You didn't get your ice cream cone, but I think you're ready. I think you're ready to take on Hotep on Friday. It's going to be an interesting Friday depending on where we are with this war. Crypto cap, I also think World War III is coming. Look, I am a person, I am not religious, I am spiritual. I believe in God, and I believe in the Bible, and I believe, that the Bible does have a lot of truths to it. And if you do read Revelations, I think in that book it has a lot of what is currently happening in the world today. And this is something that has already been programmed. I think one of the things that we do have to be alert is when all of these countries start attacking Israel. It's going to be the end of the world. Are you guys ready? Are you guys prepared? But for now, if you guys stay behind, make sure that you guys plant crops, get some chicken, build a chicken coop, grow cucumbers, grow watermelons, melons, apples, everything in between. Yes, David, Jesus is coming back pretty soon for his people, for his bride. What are you going to do? Have you been getting on your knees, David, and praying for forgiveness and accepting Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? Or you've just been doing things that you're not supposed to? Anywho. Yeah. He said the very moment we lose faith and the world feels like it's ending, that Jesus will come back and save us. David on TikTok for one damn day. Sticky Rivers, yes. If it's your time, it's your time. I agree. Yeshua is coming soon. If it is your time. But David, that's why David doesn't pick up calls anymore. That's why he doesn't reply to text messages or emails, because he's been on TikTok. We already know what happens when you go on TikTok. You ignore the whole world and you just go down that rabbit hole. I guess he got his TikTok account back and he's probably posting videos on TikTok too, going live on TikTok. But with that being said, David, I didn't block you. You blocked me. Tammy, where's Tammy? Tammy, David has been acting like a child the last few days. He's been acting a fool. I have no idea what the hell is his problem, but Tammy, has he been ghosting you? Because he's been ghosting me. I've been calling him since like Thursday. Now he has not picked up one of my calls and he has not called me back. I have no idea what the F is his problem. And Tammy, I'm very nonchalant. If you're going to ghost me and you're not picking up and you're not calling me back and you have a problem with me, I don't know what the F is wrong unless you talk to me about it. So, David, stop being a little baby, stop being a vagina. And if something's bothering you, if something's wrong, you let me know, because I'm not going to ask. Like, if I don't know what I did, I have no idea. So that's on you, boo. You got a problem, you got an attitude, that's on you, boo. No, Tammy, he doesn't. Oh, Tammy, guess what I heard? David has a new set of besties. He has new best friends, and it's not us. So, with that being said, choose your friends wisely. Because some of us, yo, David, what the hell is wrong with you telling Landy to eat your ass? David, what is wrong with you? The nerve, yeah, the nerve, Tammy. No, David, you're the one. I called you the other day like 5 times and you never called me back. Just remember, guys, when you're picking friends, when you're picking just anything, everything that's happening in this world, have discernment and clarity. Not everything that glitters is good. Not everyone that claps is for you. And not every opportunity is God sent. So pray for vision that sees beneath the surface, for clarity that cuts through confusion, for discernment that protects your peace, because your peace is, there's no value for peace. And because in a world full of noise, you need more than sight, you need insight. You need more than sight, you need insight. Did I just read that? Let wisdom guide you, not emotion. Let God reveal what your eyes can't. Oh my God, David, am I subtweeting at you? What the Landy, can you please control your BFF here? Because apparently Tammy and I are no longer his BFFs. But anywho, everybody have a fantastic evening. We did go an hour. We had a lot of technical difficulties, so I appreciate everybody that stuck by me through thick and thin. The real ones, Tammy, Landy, everybody that was here from the beginning. I see you. David, he just came in once everything was fixed. He didn't stick with us from the beginning. But every single one that stuck through thick and thin, thank you. And what is going to be your crypto choice? Is it going to be Bitcoin, ETH, Solana? I'm rooting for Solana. I want Solana to take over, and I want Solana to come crushing and crush Bitcoin, crush Ethereum, and be the number one coin out there. JK. Guys, stay strong. May God protect us all. And thank you to our sponsor.
Taking my time to perfect the beat, and I still got love for the streets. Don't represent for the gangsters all across the world. Taking my time to perfect the beat, and I still got love for the streets. I'm representing for the gangsters all across the world. Taking my time to perfect the beat, and I still got love for the streets. I'm representing for the gangsters all across the world.
I'm Leslie Mota. You just watched the nightly recap sponsored by Hoppy, powered by Gokhshtein News Network. Don't do what we wouldn't do. Good night, everyone.